Hello once again, we're watching some more Data Live, and this might be something that I might have forgotten if it wasn't already in the folder and people reminded me constantly about it. There's an OVA of Season 2, and I can't really escape it, so we're going to delve right in. After the events of this season, is it going to be anything connected to it, or much like any OVAs, just a fun little side project? There's a lot to ingest, shall we say, so seeing a bit more of the world and the what goings on with other characters and stuff, I'm all here for it. Is it going to have the same kind of semi-serious tone? And we have seen some actual episodes during the seasons which take itself a little less seriously than others. So what can an OVA do? I've had a lot of coffee, so now's about the right time to start the episode. So sit down, grab yourself your own drink, and let's begin. Starting with a festival? A festival? Someone new? Oh. The most dreadful. I mean, it is a strong competition there. I like how pretty much every bystander is just a shade of desaturation. Like they don't really exist here in the story. She's been following him for weeks. Impromptu date? Sure, he had nothing else planned. So is this what the OVA is going to be about then? Okay. If it's going to be half an hour of danger, distrust, and dates with Nightmare. It is a character which, I kind of want to know more about because obviously for certain reasons it's left a little open-ended about what the entire motives and goals and plans are. I don't think we're going to get anything explained in an OVA, but at least seeing a bit more of the character is partway though. I do wonder if we have pure spirits like Toko running around, and then ones like Kotori and Miku, who were humans turned spirits, does that mean that there is a process where someone can obtain spirit powers? And if so, who's the next? And please, can it be the dude in the classroom with the digital girlfriend? He needs all the help he can get. I mean, she's gotten all dressed up specifically for him right now. It's just a bit short notice. What, are you now going to do something to try and gain his trust? Was this time going to be different? Can that today be extended, to this week, this year, this lifetime? And where would one obtain a collar like that? Well, here comes the emotional trauma. What a bastard he is, making a girl cry. Is it out of character or is it a ploy? Well, there's that crying lasted all of 4 seconds. They're on a date. That kind of closeness is to be expected, is it not? But what is with this overly clinging reassurance version of Kurumi? I would have thought it's just another kind of weird plan and whim, but he said that she's acting out of character, so. A festival for them. What better destination for a date? Not yet. They're out in public. They've only been on this date for a few minutes. Bit early, isn't it? Is she looking at the stools and behind him? What's Roswell doing here? Is there going to be a lot of that, like, entendre and subversion? Doesn't look too bad, actually. I'm not sure. One of the two I don't know if I like. It was either condensed or evaporated milk. I'm not sure which one it is. Whichever one's the sweet one, that's my preferred. Now, is like Ratatoska people also going to intrude on all of this with a bunch of pre-made traps and events that they're going to kick up every now and again? Or is this actually going to just be a episode of nothing but casual date kind of material? And if she can just be a ordinary girl for once, now I'm hoping that the bystanders being grey is just an artistic choice of showing they're not important in this story, rather than there being actually something in world, in universe, causing it. Hmm. Ah, that's the dereliction of duty. Take your job seriously. Oh, so this is going to be that kind of. Huh, it's because it covers the sky. Going to be a once a year occasion for this. So she can only be, what, normal for a little bit? Must have been so lonely. I mean, across the galaxy is a little difficult for long distance. The rather deep conversation as she's having right here. Just how much is going to be kind words or reality when you say that I love you forever. But I mean, would you ever be able to just forget? Even if it is just a distant memory, there's so much there, so much there. But having this conversation in a planetarium, if they went anywhere else, would they be still having this kind of... Is he knows a fair bit. How many times has he been here? So the separation by the Sky River is just for show. You're disturbing the other patrons. Did it put her mind at ease, though? I have a feeling that there's a lot more to that conversation that was, just surface level. Right. So what is this wish going to be? I mean, if wishes really did come true, this world would be in turmoil, probably. Hopefully the others won't come searching for him, considering he's not making their lunch. Grand wedding. What could possibly go wrong with trying on wedding gowns? They won't be able to have this meeting all too often, I'm guessing she's trying to imply, though. I mean, it's not legally binding. What's the issue? If it's just trying it on for the future, I'm sure there'd be... Wait, was he meant to be seeing them? Yeah, meant to catch up with them. Right, gosh. Well, there's the food that was all mentioned a little while ago. Let me guess. Some of these wishes that are written are going to be a little menial. I can kind of guess the kind of thing Toka would be wanting. More food. Soybean bread being delivered to her. Are you allowed to? Does it come true if you've scribbled out half your answer? What about Yoshinon? Some wishes are not meant to come true. And she's tying hers in secret. Still, with these write your wishes, is it going to be a just, Japanese festival kind of tradition, that's why it's in here? Or hold a little more? I thought we were going to get another character being brought into the story, but no, just Yoshino. Definitely not! Just don't look in front of you about what's about to be shown off. She's just helping with picking up ingredients for dinner. It's a it's a big development. Yeah, misunderstandings are one thing. Then there's a whole new laundry list of issues. What's going on here? Yeah, having her don't play games make things even more awkward for the boy. Well, as you can see, there's wedding dresses here. Isn't that basically Shiro's relationship with all of them at this point? For better or worse. Considering the kind of movies the Yoshino watches, it is putting some strong thoughts in her head. Well, they do serve some warm food around this festival. Yoshinon is getting a good eyeful there. Is that the kind of behaviour you should have before trying to have a nice little fake ceremony and wearing a dress like that? This is why you should never leave them alone to their own wishes. How many messages? Who leaves their phone behind? Is this where they have a whole bunch of guests and a registered priest? How much would that dress cost? To be fair, if this is the normal girl, not deranged spirit side of her, why is she getting all worked up? Surely she's seen this scene hundreds of times. Ah, so let their dreams come true even just for a moment. Definitely not, slightly... Well, actually, I hope it is a complete lie. Considering some of the stories that she's been bringing up, like separated across time and space, now an incurable disease. What a bastard! I think at least a photo of this occasion. What happens if it's brought up later on? Is there a second or third take that can have for this? Is Tucker gonna be a bit dubious about what Yoshino saw? So, oh, this again. Oh, yeah, no. There's probably a decent explanation. I mean, the amount of weird shit they've got up to before night. Well, this festival's going to be turned upside down, trying to get to him now. Yeah, this is all second-hand. Is there going to be a slight... Oh, okay. I was going to say, is there going to be a description of who she ran into? Oh, her. The wishes again. How are they being tied up there? A little out of arm's reach. Well, so many improbable things have happened so far. What's a wish or two? Not to be constantly attacked and berated and assaulted by random spit. I wonder who wrote that. Is it still all scratched off, or did she get a second bit of paper? Ah. Is it a... Yeah, maybe not say spirit on her, but the rest of it works. How altruistic of him. But I was about to say, should he have gone through reading all of the other wishes that were up there? Ah, so that's why there are some so high up. What, at the very tippy top? Does anyone have a ladder? Suddenly it got so dark. They were, what, walking around trying to find a tree for quite a while. Is this her time to part ways? Is that what this is aiming for? Much like Tolka and her inversion, is this what is going on with Kurumi? Like there's a side to her which won't come about all too often. After a day like this. True. What, is this one okay? Ah. I have finally found myself. Well, one that has managed to escape the inexpectable clutches of the nightmare. Is this an actual clone, or is it the rest of them have taken control and that's the real her? Ah. And she's what, from the very start of the scale there? She's trying to... Huh. And so what, by running into him there, spurred into something completely new. given a new lease of life out away from the rest of them. I mean, she came back once. Quite accepting of her fate, but at least the photo and the wish were kept out of the shadows themselves. Something that could be... oh, might need to hang it up. Is he about to unleash a barrage of... Nope. Now they appear. She was just cleaning up a mess. She doesn't need to be here any longer. It's a lot of feelings that are swirling around at the minute. I mean, yes, by the conversations that she had, she was trying to make the use of the time that she did have. They are precious memories. I thought you weren't going to pry. A secret message, or there's something else left, or... well, for everyone to be stood staring... ah, that's how they get up there. Put it to the very tippy top. I wish that... he wants to, what? Come true more than any other. I kind of want it to stay unsaid about what was on it. They're going to put up some barriers and railings next time so no one can try that. That's what I thought. So, until next year. Ah. We'd kind of need to know how Kurumi's entire thing works, but... she escaped the fate of death before, what's to say never 2 or 3 times. But it actually was just half hour of fun date time with a melancholy undertone to it all. Thanks to Kurumi... date night Kurumi trying to make a few memories, even for just a few hours. I guess it wasn't just a lie to that wedding dress operator. It was just slightly twisted truth. I wonder... if this, you know, and being an OVA, if it was just a side story thing that we're not meant to really play around with in the normal kind of canon of how things went, or if it is meant to be, you know, think about this as well. There's more going on here. If it comes like an ex machina and this Kurumi comes back later on in the series, I'll know there was... You're not meant to skip it. The wish! And maybe Shido shouldn't have crossed his one out either. The fact that he's displaying that kind of proudly in his room, not to forget. But that was a story, wasn't it? Having the usual daily attacks and danger being shoved into Shido. This time, he's not the brunt of it all. It was an inevitable story, a Romeo and Juliet type tale where they're torn apart, can't be together, although he's not really a willing participant in a lot of it, he's just along for the ride. It is nice to see, though, that there is an element of Kurumi that can be convinced and talked to, Shido leaving a little bit of a mark on her. And the fact that Kurumi went out of her way to track her down and reclaim the clone that went a little AWOL, was it the fact, oh, you're not obeying me, that's the issue? Or is it that she didn't want to accept the fact that she had managed to let herself slip, let her believe that there can be a better way? But much like I said at the beginning of this season, Toka, right back then, being like, hang on a sec, he's off with someone else, and getting all flustered by it. And now every time since then, it's, yeah, okay. Oh, showing her underwear around. Okay. Oh, I spent a night with Shido. Okay. Maybe you're a little too accepting there, Toka. But she knows what his life entails, especially around spirits. I like that kind of level of trust that she has in him. So he's not off doing stuff on his own accord. He's just dragged into things. But it really is like Shido to, even if it's just superstition, if it's kind of tradition or whatnot, he would put himself in danger even for the slim chance that he can increase someone's happiness. Put the wish at the very top. Very much like him. I do hope there is more of that other spirit, and she may return in some form or another, or clone, I should say. But I guess the biggest question posed in this entire thing: did they forgive him for almost forgetting about dinner? Also, I wonder if that wedding dress woman is going to, reoccur at some point. So, hang on. Oh no, did it happen already? Oh yeah. Incurable disease thing. Yeah. That'd be a rather melancholic little Easter egg, though. Still, OVA fun, kind of dumb in moments, with a much deeper hitting part resonating through it. I get why I needed to be an OVA, separate away from the main story, but a lot more to actually remember, take in, than a lot of OVAs I've seen in the past, which are just dumb little side stories. This one didn't really catch me off guard, but did a lot more than I thought it would, and I appreciate that. So, I liked it. Hopefully you did as well. If I entertained you, let me know. I need to say it. Leave a like down below, maybe even a comment. Subscribe to the channel not to miss out future episodes. Jump onto my Discord for... I actually don't know what you get out of that conversation, voting, dumb memes. But take care of yourselves. so I can see you in the next one.